situation last week. The sellers are moving out of state and are anxious, of course, to sell. They don't have much time, have plenty of equity in the home, so they're willing to price it to sell and asked me, since we'll take a lower price on the house, will you take a lower commission?
There's a lot of scripts for commission, and I think in a down market we get asked that more and more and more. I like the gal's answer that she just gave. That's one we've used quite a bit. I tell you, when they're not buying a house and you don't have that to negotiate with, one of the best scripts I've ever gotten was from our first team leader here, Susan Hubeck, back many years ago. She said, always carry $7 with you when you go in a listing presentation. She said, because a lot of people, particularly if they've sold their first home, they don't understand where the commission goes. And you may start with saying, I charge a 6% commission to sell your home. I want you to understand where this money goes. First of all, I'm going to pay the agent who brings us a buyer. They don't know it as a buyer. The person who brings us a buyer, I'm going to pay them 3%. So I lay that down on the table. That goes to the agency and the broker that's going to bring us a buyer. So there's $3 left. I've got to give one of these dollars to the broker that I represent, the broker that sponsors me. So this goes to Keller Williams. I have fees. I'm going to pay all the fees for marketing your property. I have fees to stay in business as a realtor, to be a professional realtor for 15 years. I have fees I pay every year. So these are the fees that I go to sell my business. So really, out of these $6, I'm making $1. I cannot give up the $1 I'm making for my income just because you're willing to sell your home faster. However, I will guarantee that I go into the spill about making sure that I'm representing them and getting the best dollar. On top of that, you might want to say, and I tell them up front, there are plenty of agents out there that will reduce the commission to get your listing. Look around you, they're on every street corner. They will do that. But how well do you want to work with someone that's so willing to give up the $1 that goes to support their family? How quick do you think they're going to give up your dollar? So, and I explain how we work harder to get the most dollar that they can, blah, blah, blah. But the visual works. Now, what I've done today is I keep a $7 and I go, we're in a tough market. You're doing very well to price your property ahead of the market today. You want to be aggressive. You want to get it sold. Good way to get that done, if you've got a $200,000 property, let's offer that selling agent $4 instead of $3. That might be the difference between them showing your property versus showing another. That's $2,000 to you. So instead of listing at $293, let's list at $295 and offer 4%. It's amazing the agents out there that look at that dollar. We don't, not good agents, but there are agents out there that do. So that's a good way to play with that $4th too.